Joining us to speak about the new era of connected devices is Andy Chatha, President and CEO of ARC Advisory Group, speaking at the 2013 edition of the World Industry Forum, sponsored by ARC. Andy, welcome.
Thank you. Russell, many people are saying that 2012, was the year of the mobile devices. Right now, we already have 10 billion connected devices. In 2013, we believe that it will be the year of the connected devices. By that I mean is, for example, just last month at the Detroit Automotive show, several automotive companies, they announced their connected car initiative. And as part of this now, they are planning to connect the cars to the internet, and they have also launched their what they call application platform. They could actually use to communicate with the drivers for us. Now, when you come to think about it now, some of these automotive companies, in fact, are planning to replace the dashboard with the tablets. So certainly it's great for the consumer that we will be connected to the rest of the world, but also it has a lot of impact on the automotive company. You come to think about it, they can, the first thing they can do is probably lower the cost of replacing the dashboard, customized dashboard with the standard product like a tablet. But also it does a lot more, with the connectivity, with the internet. Automotive companies can continuously actually stay in touch with the drivers and with their customers. Now, we also know that pretty much all the cars these days, they have a black box. This black box monitors the performance of the car. And right now, most of the time that black box is read only when you take the car to the shop and the mechanic connects the PC to the black box. Sure. But when the car is connected to the internet, in fact, the automotive companies can periodically start reading this black box. Mm-hmm. And they can actually get the data in the cloud and their platform and so forth, and run diagnostics. And in case there is a problem, they can alert you. So this thing gives actually an awful powerful capability to the automotive companies, not only stay in touch with their customers, but also, keep them safe, keep them alerting if there is any issues in the future. So increasingly, more and more of our home appliances are also going to be connected with the internet. Many companies are forecasting that, we are going to have over 50 billion connected devices in 2020.
Multiple examples of truly pervasive connectivity. Let's talk about what makes these devices so intelligent, so smart, and I guess perhaps most important, so useful. What would you say that is?
Well, we can continue with our example of the car. Cars certainly, automotive companies have added many more sensors to the car to make it a lot more intelligent. And then they obviously connect the car to the internet, and they have also now an app platform that services all these customers. It could be somewhere in the cloud. Increasingly, on an ongoing basis, your automotive companies will start to develop a whole community. They will have developers developing new apps for the cars and so forth for the consumer, depending on the consumer needs and so forth. So on an ongoing basis, we will have access to new services from the car companies and so forth. So adding a lot more sensors, adding a lot more intelligence, then using analytics to predictive analytics to analyze the information, all of that makes these devices much more intelligent and useful going forward.
I hadn't quite thought of my car as a device, but this lends a whole new definition to automobile here. You've also talked about remote asset monitoring. Well, let's walk through that. What is that? What are we talking about?
These days, I think all companies are trying to get the most out of their product. Certainly a car is a product when you buy it, but once you buy it and automotive company wants to service it, actually the car is your asset, and automotive company can continuously monitor this asset and alert you if there is any issues and so forth.
Here's that black box again, right?
Yeah, right. So the same way, in fact, all companies, some of the jet engine or aircraft companies, they are already doing this. The same thing our home appliance companies, increasingly they can keep on monitoring their product in our homes and so forth, so that actually whenever something goes down, they can alert us in advance. So in other words, remote asset monitoring is going to become more and more popular, and this is how companies will be increasing the life of the products, or maybe the usefulness of the product. As part of this, the manufacturers of the products, they may be recommending or suggesting you, or perhaps, you are not maintaining this product properly. This is due, please do this. They can actually guide us how to maintain their products properly over the internet and so forth. So increasingly, I think the product life cycle could be increased, or the usefulness, to us could be improved. The manufacturers can really help us take care of the products so that they last longer and are most useful to us.
Obviously, there's a financial dimension to what you just mentioned, knowing when something should be serviced and how something should be maintained and how it should be used properly. But let's talk about financial benefits overall because of these connected devices. What would you say that is? What does it amount to, for instance?
Well, interestingly, GE a few months ago published a paper, and they called on industrial internet. As part of this paper, their team made some estimates, based on, say, let's say if there is a 1% improvement in energy efficiency of jet engines, or maybe there is a 1% savings in energy in industrial plants. They did these calculations, and they came up with this huge number. GE estimates that connected devices can add $15 trillion to the global economy in 2030. In other words, once you start helping, you start monitoring all of these products, you can, in essence, in fact, automotive company now knows where all of their cars are, who's their owners, they really knows the performance of all the cars. They can help you a lot, making sure that you are getting the most out of the product, car or home appliance or whatever it is. And the same thing now is happening also to the plants. So what in essence is happening is connecting products to the internet and adding more intelligence is becoming much more inexpensive. Now, because you're talking about adding intelligence to billions of devices. Once you do it, once you have that kind of volume, cost certainly goes down. We have seen that with smartphones and so forth. For a couple $100, we can have the whole PC in the palm of our hand. The same kind of thing is starting to happen on the product side. And I totally agree with GE estimates. I think the benefits, financial benefits, are enormous by connecting devices to the internet and then intelligently monitoring them. I think it takes the usefulness of the devices to a whole another level.
Paraphrasing somebody from another age, saving $1 trillion here, saving $1 trillion there, and pretty soon you're talking about real money. Andy, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for meeting with us. That's Andy Chatha, ARC Advisory Group, and speaking with us today about the new era of connected devices. Well, thank you for watching.